Nyawanga Awa was one of the thousands of protesters on the streets of Nairobi in the last 2 weeks. She's studying law and data science at university.
This was, I think, the most successful.
She'd been explaining the government's controversial plan to raise taxes to her tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, then documenting the demonstrations and the police failed attempts to break them up with tear gas and water cannon. Each protest grew bigger than the last until demonstrators entered Parliament on Tuesday. They said blatant corruption and misspending by President William Ruto's government had pushed them to the limit, and so they rejected the government's finance bill.
It's not new anger. It's not anger specifically for the finance bill. It's long pent-up anger from a long period of time of failure of our representatives to adequately represent us.
I concede.
On Wednesday, Ruto backed down and withdrew the bill. Many of the demonstrators were young and educated and seeking jobs. Many said they're worried about their futures. Kenya's economy has grown significantly in recent decades, on and off. The middle class has grown too. But not all communities have benefited as much from economic growth, and the plan to raise taxes, even on essentials such as cooking oil and bread, didn't go unnoticed by people living here. Kibera, Nairobi's largest slum, home to nearly 1 million people, most of whom live on less than $2 a day. Salim Juma and his friends run a community project here. They're all in their mid-20s. They say in recent weeks they've learned about the government's annual finance bill for the first time in their lives from social media content.
We are peaceful.
And so they also took to the streets. We asked them what's different about this movement.
We do not look at the tribe. For us, we look at the one aim, one goal. The one goal is that to ensure that the government rejects the finance bill, and then we ensure that the government resigns, so that we can bring new leaders on board who can take care of us.
At least 30 people have been killed, including by security agents who used live gunfire on unarmed protesters outside Parliament. Rights groups say dozens of campaigners have been abducted or gone missing. Police have denied it. That's led Salim and many others to say Ruto should resign. Nobody knows what will happen next and if or when crowds will gather on the streets again. But the protesters have achieved something that was almost unimaginable just 2 weeks ago. Many say their fear has gone. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Nairobi, Kenya.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.